What's up? What's up, y'all? Listen, it's my fault that we late. It is my fault that we are late. But I have JB for us. He coming up, and we have a special guest joining us today. Hi, Trees.
Hey y'all.
What's up, JB?
How's it going? Oh, can I just say, by the
You're
way?
about. Where's your mic? Where's your mic?
Oh, right here. You can't
You
hear it
sound
right in
low.
front of
Is
me.
it me?
I was gonna say because it's right in front of me. Can you hear me, JB?
I can hear
Okay.
you. It just sounds low. But go ahead. You know, maybe I'm just used to your elevated voice.
I told you I was coming in calm. Okay, I'm coming in calm. Okay. But I just want to say, really, B, I don't know if I ever told you, but girl, that intro I was over here, but and especially when
people love the intro music. And then somebody yesterday said, if you put it on 2 times the speed, it's really a bop. I said, okay, I'm about to try that.
I'm telling you, I'll be over here, I'll be in my car, I'll be like, yes, it's a vibe. It's a vibe.
How you doing, JB?
I'm good.
I'm glad that you guys you guys could join us today. Well, Teresa, you could join me and JB. And JB, I know we wasn't sure if you was gonna be available today. So I mean, I'm not happy about the reason why, but I'm glad that you heard. Glad you heard.
Her. Yes, get well soon.
Yeah. So this week, scale of 1 to 10, how do we feel about this week overall? I don't know what the hell you talked about for 3 hours, Treese, but I'm sure you're gonna tell us.
Oh, so no, what the beautiful part, I'm gonna be honest with you, because when I got up there, I said we might be up here for maybe I could stretch this out to an hour. But I had a panel of people, I had so many people up there bouncing off, and I'm be honest with you, we started going off on tangents about stuff that didn't even happen this week, and that's how we got there. Because otherwise, because otherwise, only thing you got to talk about is Derek and Ashley and Eva and Leslie.
And we don't care about neither one of them storylines.
Right.
We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. So
I would have to give it a 3. I'm sorry. It was a very piss poor week.
You don't have to be sorry. Every week can't be a 10. It's a soap opera. So it's gonna be up weeks, it's gonna be down weeks. What about you, JB?
So I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch this week until last night because I've been watching General Hospital all week.
Mm-hmm.
But
I heard General Hospital's been good.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, this week, I mean, like you said, every week ain't gonna be just ta-da. So I would give this week a 5, maybe a 6, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There was one episode that I was watching. I think it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday. I kept falling asleep on it. It wasn't that it was boring. It's just that I couldn't sit there and listen to. I was tired of Vanessa and Doug, and I was damn sure tired of Ashley and Derek.
Honestly, I am over the Vanessa storyline. Do something with it or leave me alone with it. I'm over it. I don't care. First of all, I don't care because I'm not buying it. That's part of it. I'm just not buying it.
So do you think that she's
like we're supposed to think she's like this? Like, so was she mafioso now? Like she's the queen pin? Like I'm not.
But do you think that she's setting him up really big? Do you think that
I do.
Okay. Because I'm with you on that. I feel the same exact way, but I'm like, there has to be something more than her, just like you said, being queen pin. I don't believe that. So I'm hoping that, she's really this is a whole scheme that her and Doug set up to come to us with the bullshit.
Because, I mean, and like we've said, anybody who watches soap operas, we know that whenever there is no body, there's always that question mark at the end. And I know that they gave us the video of the guy who plays Doug's character doing his goodbyes and all of that. That don't mean nothing to me.
Well, they said he's sick. That's what I was told. I kept hearing that over and over. That
also, like in real life, he's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
But to your point, just because even if he is sick, because there was no body, they can always recast a new
Doug. And because it was, the car was on fire, and like, y'all know how they do. They bring back the person. Oh, he had plastic surgery, and da 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 da. For all we know, Ted then fixed his face up. Who knows? Who knows? All right. Well, for me, I'm kind of along the same lines with you, JB. I give it like a 4 or 5 because I do think that they are laying the groundwork for other storylines that I'm kind of keeping my eye on. But for the most part, the storylines this week were things that we generally don't care about. So like, because it was heavy on the Ashley and Derek, we don't care. And some of the other storylines, I think for me, I'm sort of exhausted. Like I said, the Vanessa storyline, I'm exhausted with it. Naomi, I'm exhausted with her. And we'll get deeper into it, but even this whole storyline, we'll get to it. But yeah, so for me, it was like a 4 or 5, Okay, so yeah, Melrose said yes, the actor who played Doug had to leave for health reasons. Okay. Well, I hope he gets better. And again, let
me ask your thoughts about something. Well, 2 questions.
Sure.
Here's one for y'all in the audience. I asked my people, I did a poll, but I want to see what your crew thinks over here. Who's the worst parent, Vanessa or Ted?
Both.
Vanessa or Ted?
Actually, Vanessa.
I don't think either one of them are bad parents. I think they're horrible spouses.
I think Vanessa's not a good mother to me, because
we have enough information to make that determination.
But with Deanna, like you've been saying, really, B, her daddy died, and I get it. The girl may feel, be depressed and whatnot, but that's your daddy,
right?
And the way that Vanessa is when it comes to, even when she was with Donnell, she didn't seem. I know she's grieving, but she didn't even seem that attentive to Donnell. At least with Ted, the thing with Ted is not a bad father. He's just trying to make up for lost time with Eva, so he's forgetting about Kat and Martin.
But I'm gonna say this to be fair, and let's be clear. I'm just having the conversation because. But to be fair, Kat and Martin are grown.
So is Eva.
No, I understand, but he doesn't know Eva. So yes, he's putting a lot of time into getting to know Eva and sort of making up for lost time. But Martin is a whole daddy. Like Martin, damn near a granddaddy, So I understand that Martin has been going through some stuff, and Ted maybe has not been around the way people maybe think Ted should be around. But it's not like he didn't raise them. It's not like they're not successful and they haven't done well. Like it's not like he wasn't there for them. Kat.
I'm just gonna say I think that Ted, I agree. Ted has taken care of his kids, and he's at least taken care of one. So that's why I have to give it to Vanessa, because Vanessa said, them kids, get away from me. Take your back to school. I don't care how you feel, how you mourning, how you grieving. You need to get up out of here and get up out my face. So that's why my vote was for Vanessa.
I'm going to put so I hear you. I got you. So let me put the caveat in that and say, if Vanessa is setting up Joey, then I'm not mad at her for keeping the kids away. But I do understand from the point of view of they lost their parent, they're grieving, they need their other parent. I get that. I do. But I just feel like, again, I think Vanessa was a horrible wife. I don't know if I would say she's a bad parent. Do I think she's handling this situation well? Maybe not. But if, and I do think that she's setting up Joey, that may be why she's not going out of her way to bring the kids around. Again, I don't know. But y'all know how I feel about the whole we don't see the other twin part of this. Y'all know I think that is a big faux pas on the side of the writers. It ain't hard to cast a Black girl that looks biracial,
right?
Well, I was gonna say bilingual, child. Anyway, but it's not hard. It's not hard to cast somebody that looks biracial, even if you only bring her on a FaceTime call, even if you only bring her down for 2 or 3 scenes. I just never First of all, I have a problem with the fact that we never met the twins. Like, they didn't come home for nothing. Banneker, from the way they making it sound like Banneker is 5 minutes down the street. They ain't come home for Christmas dinner. They didn't come home for a family dinner. They didn't come home just to get their laundry done. They didn't come home for a doctor's appointment. When I was in college, sometimes I had to come home just to go to the doctor. Like, my mother would schedule a doctor's appointment for me on a Friday. I could come up and spend the weekend. I mean, I was 5 hours away.
Well, I was gonna say really B, they actually make it seem like it's so far when really we know because we live in the area that it's really not that far. But she makes it seem like there's this great distance between them when it's really not.
Well, first of all, we don't even know where Banneker is, so we don't
know.
No,
it's supposed to be in DC. It's supposed to be in DC. Banneker. If you look it up, if you Google Banneker, it's a school in DC.
It's a high school in DC. It's not a college.
I understand, but they're going by the name. It's supposed to be based in DC, is my belief. Just like this.
But that's the thing. But again, I feel like the writing, they changed based on who they're talking to. Because when it was Vernon, they made it seem like, I thought it was the high school at first. Because they made it seem like he was just driving, going in and doing some speaking engagements. But then when they said that the twins were at Banneker, they made it seem like it was a little bit further away, because why the fuck haven't they been around? If they're going, let's just swap out Howard for Banneker, because Banneker is literally across the street from Howard, right? So let's swap it out. If this is supposed to take place in a gated community in Prince George's County, I live in Prince George's County. I have worked in DC while living in Prince George's County. It is literally a commute. It is not a big deal. If I went to Howard University for undergrad, I would probably have been home 2 to 3 times. Well, you know what I'm saying? I'd have been home regularly.
No, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I get what you're saying. They should have been more present because they are so close to home, and they make it seem like, oh, they're so far away when they're really not.
I think Donnell went away for the summer, so that's why he didn't come home.
Oh, yes. He was like traveling abroad or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then why? Then that's even all the more reason why we didn't see that girl.
Right.
I think that when it comes, and y'all know I love the show, I love the writing for the most part, but it's not perfect. And I just think that's a flaw. I think when it comes to these kids, they have dropped the ball, because I understood in the beginning why we didn't meet the kids. I mean, that happens on soap operas. People have children. We don't see them or whatever. But to never have seen them for any reason at all. And then with this situation with Doug, there again, I done already told y'all, there is no mountain that would have been in my way.
Right.
Not near mountain that would have been in my way if my daddy had passed away, especially suddenly like that. Ain't no way in hell.
That's what Deirdre said.
I don't care what flu she had. I don't care if she had COVID. I don't care what the hell she had. Okay.
Right.
We're talking about Beyond the Gate. I mean, how you gonna click the link and say what show we discuss? It's in the title, girl. Hey, boo. No, we're talking about Beyond the Gates. So that's okay. So that's where I am with it. So let me start. Now I do have notes, and my notes, they pretty much go in order. But y'all know how I am. I'm just going to read through my notes, and we can have a conversation about what it is. And then when we get to the end of my notes, if we forgot something, Teresa let us know. Teresa say, girl, nah, we forgot this. She'll let us know, honey. All right. So I'm starting off with, and this is a storyline I don't think I care about either. Vernon, Anita, and the Charity. Now, the Charity has turned into this big moment. Again, for those of us who watch other soap operas, we know that there are certain events, like on General Hospital, it's the Nurses Ball. Mm-hmm. It's going to always be the Nurses Ball. Every year, it is the Nurses Ball. It seems like they're trying to turn Winterfest into that. Mm-hmm. Everybody gets on board. Everybody is a part of Winterfest. It's a big thing. The Duprees spearheaded, and it's like a whole thing. So this whole week was around, the undertone story of this week was about the Winterfest. But this whole Anita being overwhelmed and all of that, like, I didn't care about none of that. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I didn't care.
I didn't even put it in my notes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this was Monday's episode.
Yeah, Monday's episode was dry as hell. I'm gonna just
literally. My recap was 10 minutes. Really be.
Yeah, they could have left. They could have left.
They could have kept that in the editing room. Honestly,
the only thing is, we know that for whatever reason, Vernon is. We see Sharon, which JB told us last week that he knew that wig anywhere, honey.
I did.
But she got a new wig. Ethel is gone. Now it's Bertha. Then she got her Bertha wig
and
on.
It ain't much better. Bertha is not better.
but I believe, I know some people are like, oh, Vernon's creeping, but again, out of respect for, first of all, he's probably 80-something years old. Not saying that they don't cheat, but I would like that they give us one respectable character. And I believe he's just trying to get these singing lessons so he can perform at Winterfest, because they've already told us he's going to perform at the Christmas holidays.
You know what? I would be here for that storyline.
Right.
Because we know that in real life, Clifton Davis can sing.
Mm-hmm.
because they not fooled me, but I forgot that Clifton Davis could really sing when they did that whole duet, like at the beginning, like the first couple of weeks of the show. And I was like, we'll never need Vernon to sing again. And they reminded me, no, Vernon, Clifton Davis can sing. And I was like, you know what? He actually can sing. And he's a great songwriter as well in real life. So that would be cool if him and Sharon, if Sharon is helping him with vocal lessons so that he can perform and he's going to like blow it out the water because he's going to really sing and sound good. That would be cute, and I'm here for it.
It would be. I'm going to want to have him.
Really be.
Yeah.
Let me show you. Can you see my phone? I think that's going to be old girl.
Yeah.
Which old girl though? I did see that. I saw that, but which old girl is that going to be? The twin, or is that going to be Isaiah's girlfriend?
I hope that's not Yolanda.
I don't understand why we even need Yolanda.
We don't need
at this point, I don't think we need her.
I don't think we need her because I think there's a lot of question marks already with Isaiah that we need to work through. I don't think we need to bring her in because why? We already have the him and Eva and the him and Kat. We don't need a third. Like listen, and we'll get to that later on. But we already got a lot of question marks with Isaiah. We don't.
And we're gonna get a third one Friday's episode, but I ain't gonna skip ahead.
We'll get to that. Oh yeah.
So next week.
Yeah. So we'll get to that one. But yeah. So what I wrote.
That girl's supposed to come in February.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
Oh, and so can we talk about, and let me ask y'all, because again, I've watched soaps for a long time, but when it comes to so I was really confused and I was honestly really upset because somebody reminded me this is the start of sweeps. And I said, this is what we're doing beyond the game? I was really upset and everybody had to calm me down. It was like, no, it goes for 3 weeks. It's not just this week. So they have time to come out with better material before sweeps is over.
But I don't even see anything brewing.
That's what I'm saying.
Other than the Haley and Bill, which we're gonna get to Haley and Bill, but I don't see. I mean, because we don't care about Ashley and Derek,
right? That's why I was like, Derek's secret.
I don't see any. I mean, y'all let me know. I don't see anything brewing.
Me either. I'm about to look at Soap Digest and see what they talk about.
Because the way they said GH is going off this week, like he said, everybody. When I looked at my timeline, there were people that said, "Sorry, Beyond the Gates, I got to do my GH today. I'll get back to y'all."
GH is given.
They said it's been real good.
I know the people finna get mad that we finna go off script because somebody left it in my comments last week that we went off script about GH. But
I mean, y'all listen. We have been reviewing this show for almost well over 6 months at this point. If y'all ain't used to us going left and talking about General Hospital yet, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Right.
I'm sorry that it bothers y'all, but baby, we can't help it. We can't.
So the biggest thing that happened, and we'll get back to Beyond the Gates, y'all, but the biggest thing from General Hospital this week is there's an election going on, and Sidwell is trying to take Sonny's peers from him. That's number one. And then the biggest revelation was the fact that Tracy was 100% correct about Ronnie.
When Tracy found that daggone Will, baby. But go ahead.
I loved it. And I love that Tracy,
I love Tracy. I have always, even when Tracy was at her worst, I have always loved Tracy Quarterback.
She dug her heels in, but she eventually apologized to Ronnie because she realized Ronnie loved Monica. And so she apologized. But that's when I told you guys I ain't watched, I just watched Beyond the Gates today. I've been watching I've been watching General Hospital all week long.
Yeah.
It's been General Hospital all week. Beyond the Gates, I because what episode was it? I think it was Tuesday that I was like, okay, I didn't watch it Monday, but I was like, let me watch it Tuesday. And when I clicked on it, it was Derek and Ash, and I was like, oh my God. And it was he was calling Naomi them. I was like, oh my God.
And to be fair, let's be fair for a minute. I know the three of us and most of us in the chat do not give a damn about Derek and Ashley. But let's assume for a minute we did care about Derek and Ashley. This was a moment. We're going to get to it, but there was a moment. There were a couple of moments in the Derek Ashley storyline that were a little bit like her walking in and seeing him standing up. Like that whole scene was a moment. There was some good. They actually did a pretty decent job of acting in that scene. The problem is we just don't care about that storyline.
Right.
So if we cared about the storyline, it was a moment. I'm not going to lie. We just don't care. So it's not giving us anything.
Agreed.
I think that's part of what the problem is. Jack Brandon kidnapped Anna. Look at these GH people in the chat. Yes. Thank you, Sabrea. She said she is like number 52. We got 78 people in here. Keep it going. Thank you. And our crowd is growing over here too. I think last week we had over 100 people in the chat. Was it last week? Anyway. All right. So next in my notes, I have Eva Leslie, Dad Ted. That's literally what I wrote. The Eva Leslie storyline drug on like a Tyler Perry movie. Okay. It was just too much. And the whole call me dad thing, are we really making a big deal about it? Like, who gives a fuck? But go ahead.
It was Leslie's delusional last for me.
The delusion. Second of all, this is
Leslie's crazy.
We understand. But what really got me, I don't know if y'all noticed, we literally watched the same conversation on Monday when they was crying on the couch and her being delusional to, I get, what was it, Tuesday or Wednesday, where they were sitting at Orphe Jeans and she was saying the same damn thing. And I said, we could have took up this 10 minutes with something else.
I mean, you know how Leslie is. Leslie is like a broken record. She's going to repeat herself numerous times, especially when it comes to her beloved Ted.
But it's getting old. And again, if you would have gave us the conversation once and they want to hug, hold each other, fine. It didn't move me. I didn't feel no way. Again, I checked out. I clocked out early on Monday. I said, this is some bullshit. And I stopped watching and went about my business. I said, I'll get to it later. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
But look, I mean,
again, Leslie, you equating Eva building a relationship with her father to you and Ted becoming a couple and y'all turning into this one big happy family is so delusional. I don't even know where to start.
But this is the sad part is, unfortunately, and this is one thing that I did like, is I forgot what, if she was talking to Jan and she was basically talking about the history. And I was like, so I always knew that, yeah, she was crazy, but she didn't make that shit up in her head. Ted absolutely made her think that he was going to leave his wife. She didn't make that at the top of her head. He actually gave her hope. And that's why she's as crazy as she is.
When did he give her hope?
I feel like he gave her hope when he was reminiscing and he was like, yeah, and I used to come to the restaurant and then I would follow you to the bar where you used to work at. So it wasn't like, oh, she was just coming after this married man. No, he was entertaining that shit.
But let me ask a question. Assuming that I go down that road, at what point does Leslie realize he lied? Because Eva is 20 years old.
Right, he did lie, but that's why Jan was like, and it's crazy that you can forgive him. And she's like, yeah, and again, but notice how every time Ted is in a scene with her, he almost seems like it goes up, if you get what I'm saying.
Ted did like Leslie. Like Ted, absolutely. And I don't think that it was a fling. I think that they really, truly had feelings for each other. I do believe that. But I also believe that once Nicole started getting better mentally with the miscarriages and stuff like that, once his Nicole came back, I think that that's where his heart is. So I mean, because we gotta remember what was going on in their marriage at the same time that Leslie stepped in. So yes, Leslie came in at a time when his wife was going through what she was going through. They weren't clicking. They weren't on the same page. But as Nicole started coming back around to being her real self again, then, it was what it was. And I also think the crazy Leslie that we're seeing now might be the Leslie that started showing up when she started feeling like Ted was pulling away from her.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's when she conveniently got pregnant.
I do too, Tracy. I enjoy Leslie's type of crazy, but this week was just repetitive. Right. It was just repetitive for me. But yeah. Anything about that? Eva, Leslie, Dad, Ted?
I was irritated. But I was
irritated. Sabrea, you're typing in all chats, boo.
I'm looking at this. So the sweeps that they're saying, it's interesting. I don't know if y'all want me to spoil it or not.
Well, okay, hold it to the end. Hold it so that way if people want to click off, they can click off. So hold it to the end.
So one thing I can tell you is something that we already knew. Okay. So If anybody knows Greg Vaughn, who played on Days of Our Lives in General Hospital Lucky,
that fine man.
Yeah, he'll be starting in November because he's part of this. He's in the sweeps because they say a new character arrives.
Yeah, we saw him already. Yeah,
who do you think he's there for?
I honestly believe he might be Ashley's daddy.
Okay.
You think he's whose daddy?
Ashley.
Oh, now I'm here for that. We have been seeing more and more of Ashley mama. We have been seeing more and more of Ashley mama. Okay. All right. So next we have, and we might as well go ahead and knock this out. Derek and Shanice. Derek trying to pressure Ashley into setting a wedding date. I don't know if we care about any of that, but does anybody have anything to say about? We'll get to the rest of this storyline later on, but that part where, he called everybody to the hospital like 911 is an emergency just to try to get her to set a date. Like what.
My feelings on that are, for once, and y'all know I give Naomi that smoke, okay? But for once, I said, damn it, Naomi, you're finally doing something right. You're going off on the right person. And I love the way she read Derek down this week more than once and told him how stupid he looked and insecure he looked. I was here for it. Go ahead, Naomi.
She was getting on my nerves this week at every turn. Because it's like you just going off on everybody. Like, girl.
She has misdirected anger. That's what it is.
That was my issue with Naomi this week. Yeah. It was like, granted, I get that Jacob, he has changed on what he wanted, but you guys are a unit. So it's not a him thing. It's a y'all thing. Y'all got to figure out what works for y'all. If this marriage works, if it don't work, like it takes two to make a decision in a relationship. It's not just on, because she's trying to put it all on him. I'm like, it's not all on him. Is he, can you say he's wrong for, changing what he wants? Yes and no. I mean, things happen. There are a lot of people that have said that they don't want kids. Like, I remember some years ago with Jeannie and her ex-husband, they divorced because she didn't want kids. He wanted kids. They got divorced. He had a child. She got with Jeezy, had a baby.
And it's funny that you say that, JB, because I brought that up in one of my lives. And I said, I don't know why Naomi gives me the vibe that she would hit a Jeannie Mai. It is not about the baby. It's about who it's with.
Yeah.
I really think that, and maybe it is, she just doesn't want kids. Like, I'm not going to take that away from her either, but I don't know. It's something, and maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. We'll see how they let it play out.
So for me, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I just missed it. My frustration with this whole thing is, at what point in time did Jacob say he can't put the genie back in the bottle? What he said, what I've heard him say is, yes, I'm excited about the thought. Yes, I was okay with not having kids. But now that you think you might be pregnant, I'm not mad about it. And I'm actually excited about it. But at no point in time did I hear Jacob say, you know what? I can't go back. Like, right. I can't go back. And she's acting like he can't go back. And she was like, at no point in time, I never heard him say he couldn't go back. So that's what's frustrating me with her, is because I could see if he was saying, Naomi, I thought I was good with not having any kids, but I'm not now. You're doing that for him. He's never said that.
So I will say this. I don't know if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, but I would be in full agreement with you. But I remember when they were down at Orphe Jeans, she was talking about her coworkers or something like that. She was just trying to make, not talk about that, right? The elephant in the room. And he was like, we can't not talk about it. And I remember saying in my recap, and I said, okay, this time, Jacob, you brought it up. She was ready to move forward, move on, move past it. And you circle back and said, we got to talk about the elephant in the room, because yes, my feelings have changed. And that's when she was like, right, you changed. I didn't. So maybe you need to go to the therapist. And although I didn't agree with that, and I thought that was really nasty and disgusting, especially because you're in a marriage and it's a partnership, I thought that was foul. But I will say he opened the door to that particular time. Any other time, I'm with you. Naomi was always doing too much.
Okay. I got you. That is a good question. Sabrea asked, we can come back to that when we come back to Joey, because something was said, I think, on Friday's episode. The question is, does Joey have any children? I don't think Joey has any children that he knows of.
Right.
But something was said when Vanessa was talking to him about Isaiah, and she was like, "Oh, look at you being all father figure-y," or something like that. And I was like, it did make me kind of be like, Trees, what I'm gonna eat after this? Y'all would not know that I just fucking ate. Anyway, but now I'm thinking
unless you want to come over here, we'll get some crabs. Crab legs. Let me change it. Crab legs.
No. Okay. All right, I got that. Okay, Jake. Oh, we kind of already talked about the whole Jacob and Naomi thing, and then later on in the week, we did see that Jacob did go talk to Nicole to get some recommendations for therapy. Mm-hmm. And Naomi has actually agreed to go with him. So I think maybe they're on the road to bringing it back around. She did admit that she was lashing out,
but what's crazy is Chelsea had to be the voice of reason.
That is crazy that Chelsea was the voice of reason.
I said, I ain't even gonna hold you. Chelsea, after that kidnapping, Chelsea done moved on up the ladder for me. Because
not last week when she was going through her girlfriend's phone trying to make up with the mama.
Well, she lost me. She went back a couple points last week with that. But I said, she trying to get back in there.
I thought Joy said he had a child in one of the earlier episodes. It was only mentioned one time. Not sure anyone else remember. I don't remember that. Do y'all remember that Joy said he had a child? I don't remember him saying that.
No, but
I could be wrong, but I just don't remember.
I want to ask you guys this. So I know we think that Vanessa may be setting him up. Mm-hmm. What's wild to me is this whole escort thing. I think Joey might be setting her up because I think that Vanessa is a sex addict. And I think she's going, and the whole Diego situation, and she's already showed us, like Diego said, one man has never been enough for you. So, and he talked about his wife cheating on him and the dealer telling him about it. So I feel like he's almost like, yeah, let me see how loyal you really are. If I put you in a space and this is your weakness, are you going to fold or do you really with me? I don't know. That's just my theory. I'm just throwing my line out there.
No, I hear you. I can
see that.
I can see Joey. I don't know if Joey's necessarily setting her up, but I could see Vanessa slipping up and Joey having a problem with it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know.
And can I just say, shout out to Anastasia. We need her more often. Okay. The way she was running around reading Vanessa down, I can appreciate her. Okay.
Maybe Anastasia is a mess.
It was funny, but she was getting on my nerves because then she was talking to Diego. I'm like, so you ain't that much different than Vanessa.
Well, I don't think she married though. Because I think they said, because remember when we first met her, she was trying to throw her poom poom in Ted.
She can't be married. Yeah, not the way she gossips and stay in everybody else's business.
She called Vanessa a hoe to her face. Sure did. She sure did. Okay, so now I have Bill, Danny, and the charity. So Danny went over to Bill's office to ask him to be a part of the charity. Charity basically said, listen, just because me and you not together no more, you're still a big part of this, and we still want you to be our MC. Mm-hmm. Anything there?
Oh. I don't like that. I mean, I don't want to jump ahead, but I don't like that she lied to Andre. Because she tried to make it seem like, oh no, and nobody else wanted to do it, and this is not a reason for me to be around Bill, and I think that's complete bullshit. And so I feel like it's weird because we see her like, no, she absolutely knows Andre is the opposite of Bill. She loves that, and and he's this and everything that your father wasn't, but yet you still want to stay tied to Bill somehow, some way. Just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe you think she's for real, but I think she's absolutely trying to keep her hooks in Bill and keep her husband. The same way Andre is still trying to. Every time Ashley called, he run. Even though I'm not going to jump ahead. Y'all go ahead. My bad.
I didn't see nothing nefarious with that. I think she was being genuine, just going over there because it sounded like it's something that they do every year, like the nurses' ball. Mm-hmm. What I will say is, although I love the nurses' ball, at about the middle of the week, I'm irritated with all the singing. By the middle of the week, I'm sick of it. So I'm hoping with Winterfest, it's not like that. Like, it'd be funny when Lucy comes out with her, her come out and with no dress on sometimes. That's a be fun, but Winterfest, I'm curious to see what's gonna be. And Bill as an MC, I can't really see Bill MCing something.
Well, I feel like that's the climax, is that at some point during, I feel like the sweeps thing is going to be Winterfest, right? All this stuff is going to be happening. And I feel like Bill is going to get sick during Winterfest. He's going to collapse or something. I feel like that's going to be the big storyline during Winterfest, is Bill and Haley being exposed.
And then do you think that Danny going to run back to him once he does? Because we know something's going to happen to Bill. But now she's
if you had asked me that a month ago, I probably would have said yes, but now I'm not sure.
Me, because I think Danny really is I think she's falling for Andre.
Yeah, I think they're both falling for each other, for real. I love Danny's pantsuit. Really, you didn't like it, Sabria?
I like the pantsuit too, but I do think that they really are falling for each other. I just think that, again, I got to give Nicole her things, because she jumped from Bill to Andre and there was no real healing period. She's still not over Bill. So she's in love with two people at the same time.
I'm in love with a stripper.
I think Danny had a longer time between Bill and Andre than Bill did with her and Haley. Because if you listen to it, this was last year, right? Winterfest last year, when he showed up to there with Haley as his fiance. So Winterfest, and then we got Beyond the Gates in February. So this was a 6-month thing. This was a 6-month turnaround for Bill and Haley. And we're almost a full year now. So Danny's had a little bit longer. I still don't think she's like completely over Bill, but she has had a longer stint of being single.
And I think she's a lot better than where she was with Bill.
Right?
No, I agree.
Because Pistol Pack and Danny that we met back in February.
Okay. It's funny because back in February, we thought Danny was the wild card. And at this point, Danny seems like Danny seems the sanest. Because we're looking at Nicole now, and I'm like, girl, okay, you know what I mean? We're looking at Martin, we're looking at Nicole, you know what I mean? Like, all the people we thought was so calm and shit. And I'm like, Danny, the one that got her life together. The rest of y'all in shambles over there.
So can we talk about that? I'm glad that you said that. And I know people love Nicole, and I ain't gonna go too hard.
I do love Nicole, but I don't like Nicole right now, but I love Nicole.
Thank you. That's where I'm at. I love Nicole, but I don't like her right now. And I think it might. And again, writing, they make her a therapist, but she's not realizing how much she's triggered. Like when she was talking to Danny, and I hate that she does this to Danny, because Danny is always a supportive little sister to her. How can I be of help to you? And anytime she can't lash out at the people she really needs to lash out, she takes it out on Danny. And I feel like that's the. And for her being a therapist, that's weird as hell. The fact that her daughter can't really come talk to her and have conversations, but it's just weird. Like, it's just weird to me. And I'm just like, we're lacking, because they're making her a therapist, but emotionally, she's not. You get what I'm saying? People feel like they can't come to her. They can't open up to her. That's a weird disconnect for me.
I feel like everybody goes to Nicole.
And then
who doesn't go to Nicole?
And does she always give good advice?
Let's see, now you're saying two different things. You say people don't go to her.
Okay, I'm just saying. But if you're going to put therapists on her title. Huh?
And Nicole is judgmental.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's just, I don't know. It's just something about, put it like this. I would never want her to be my therapist.
Well, we don't know how she is a therapist. How somebody is a therapist may not be the same as how they are with their family.
Right.
Okay. Look, y'all, I'll go before y'all tomato me. I know
you said, no, you're fine. I mean, people in the chat are agreeing with you. DB says, I don't like the way she's never supportive of Kat. When has she not been supportive of Kat?
She's disgusting. Now, this is what really makes me mad. She is never there for Kat. She has been literally since Eva has come into the picture, she goes up more for Eva than she has ever done for Kat. She just pushes her to the side. Oh, you're doing too much. You're being elitist. And yes, a classist. And yes, Kat can be all those things. But the fact that this is your birth daughter and you manage to somehow, some way, always go against her is wild to me. Especially when she's not wrong and everything she said has been to a T right.
Now, I didn't see where anybody came back around and said, Kat, you were right. Now, you were. I didn't see that. But listen, Kat makes it so hard. Gosh, she makes it hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kat, even though we knew Kat was right, she was still getting on my nerves.
Right.
Okay. Right. I hear what y'all are saying. I guess I never thought of it from that perspective, but I hear what y'all are saying.
I do too.
Yeah, no, because I was just like, that's so weird that she's like, I don't know. And then the fact that Kat didn't really want to go talk to her about what was going on with Tomas, and she was going to get advice from, you know what I mean? I was like, that's sure, like, and your mother's a therapist. So why?
Well, to be fair, I'm not talking to my mama about my sex life either.
And also to Nicole, to be fair to Nicole, she can't give therapy advice to her own. Like that would be a conflict giving therapy advice to your own family.
Yeah, I'm not going to my mama and talking about my boyfriend. I don't care if she's a therapist. We're not having that conversation. And I'm damn sure not going to say. I'm surprised that the whole family knows she was a virgin. Like, why do they have that much information about you? Because I'm not. My family would not have that much information about my private business. So I'm not. I understand why she wouldn't go to Nicole, because I'm not going to my mama either.
I hear what you're saying. And is it Amir Couture? I absolutely agree. Kat can be a spoiled brat, but that doesn't mean she's like her parents can negate her. And like Karay said, why didn't she go after her on Friday? It's just terrible. I feel like the writers hate Kat, just being honest, because the way that they do her and the way they make her parents treat her and everyone else and Martin and just it's awful. It's a Kat hate train. I hate it.
I mean, again, I never saw it from that perspective, but it's an interesting perspective. I don't know. Maybe because I'm on the Kat hate train, I don't see it. I don't
know. You are terrible.
Not on the
Kat irritates my soul. I'm sorry. She just does. She just, even when she's right, because of the way she is, even when she's right, I'm just like, oh.
No, I can agree. She does too much. She does too much, and that's what makes it hard. But when you look at, oh, damn, she's been right, and look at how they treat her. Like, this is her family. We're looking as viewers on the outside. They're supposed to be this close, tight-knit family. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's Kat's delivery. That's all I'm saying. Look,
the problem, even y'all know I love Kat, but I think it is her delivery. But with her family, I think that they know, and I'm gonna say this, and when I say it, people don't get offended. They know the monster that was raising this family. They know the monster that is Kat. She's her tone. Mm-hmm. She is elitist. Like, they know that about her. So I think that with the Eva stuff, they were looking at it from a lens of, oh, that's just Kat being typical Kat, looking down on other people. But now, like ReallyB said, I ain't heard nobody say that she was right in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But hell, Kat,
your hate for Kat makes you blind to see how bad Nicole treats Kat. I just said that maybe I don't see it, but maybe I just said that. Maybe you typed that comment before I said that, but I just said that. Maybe that's what it is, but I don't see it that way. But maybe I don't know. Maybe that is what it is. I don't know.
Miss French Kiss, that's always been my question. For as much as Nicole and that family wanted Kat, and we talk about that was her rainbow baby, and so when you look at how she treats her and dismisses her, it'd be like, bitch.
I don't see it that way, but okay. I mean, I don't know.
It just maybe you're not liking Kat.
It might be, and like I said, I'm open to that that thought that maybe it's just my personal feelings about Kat. Like I can accept that maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I can accept that. I honestly can accept that because I so don't see it, but I just don't. All right. What do I have next in my notes? Haley Randy about the whole Joey thing, and then Randy had to double back, which was the worst thing he could have done, was double back on Joey, because now Joey's antennas are really up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. What do you guys think about the whole Haley, Randy, Joey of it all?
They about to get tripped up at this point because Randy is the problem. Like, which I was with Haley when she got mad. She's like, that was the first thing that came to your mind, that you sleeping with your cousin, even though he don't know. I'm gonna think, but that was the first thing that came to your fucking mind.
That was a valid question, because like you couldn't come up with nothing else, nothing.
And he's like, oh, he's not gonna tell Bill. You don't know that.
It's not even about him telling Bill. It's about him now having leverage.
Well, can I tell y'all what I think is going on with this? So I think that Joey is going to be the one to end. If we end up saving Bill, if there's time to save Bill, it's going to be Joey, because you remember, not that he owes him a favor, but remember when Bill came to him about Doug and he was like, he's trying to take you down, and he came to me. So I can absolutely see Joey returning that same favor to Bill and saying, hey, you need to check your wife, because she's moving a little slippery and she's been running around with this dude that worked for me. I absolutely see Joey doing that. Now, whether, like I said, it may be not be in time to save Bill, because again, he's already ingesting it, guzzling.
Child, Bill ain't going nowhere.
I don't think they're going to unalive him, but I do think he's going to be really sick.
Yeah, he's going to be sick, but child, he ain't going nowhere. I mean, Kelly got her eyes on us. Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that one. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I can definitely see Joey trying to give Bill a heads up, but the thing is Bill going to listen?
Right.
Bill got his nose all up in the clouds when it comes to Haley. The fact that even when she was talking to Randy, she was like, you know, he caught me on a computer looking at places in, what was it, St. Bart's or wherever, and I managed to talk him into getting me, you know, buying it, and not only buying it, putting it in my name. So Haley has Bill wrapped around her finger.
Yeah, Bill is just,
he sprung.
Mm-hmm. And you notice that there's nothing but lust between them. Like, they have nothing to talk about. If they're not screwing each other, you realize they're really, unless he's buying her something, that really is the premise of their relationship. She's making payments for whatever he buys her.
She's a trophy wife, which I think she knew that.
Mm.
Which is what everybody knows. Like, again, because Danny is Danny, I mean, it gets lost in translation, but everybody knows what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Her benefactor.
Exactly. Vanessa, Joey, we kind of already talked about this a little bit. Vanessa, Joey, I wrote Pimpin' Diego. Like, I think we kind of already discussed this, but what y'all got for that?
Now I'm so confused because she didn't know that Diego was working for Joey, but I thought that she knew that weeks ago when she went to Joey's casino and they were talking about the escort business. I thought she knew that Diego was an escort.
No, I think she just thought he was a freaky. I think she thought she was the only one. Does that make sense? Like, I think she thought she was special.
Because remember, it was months ago. Remember, she called Joey's escort business.
But I don't know. I don't think
he had an escort business. I don't know if she knew Diego was one of his escorts.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah, because even when she called the escort business, I think she got somebody different. Like, I don't think it was Diego. Yeah.
Yeah, she knew that he had an escort, but you know what I mean? But I'm like, I don't think she knew that about it.
Even then, she felt like, oh, damn. So was I just a part of this? Because I never paid. And remember, Joey was like, well, bitch, he was out here giving it for free. That was not part of the plan.
Right. Yeah, I don't think she knew that he worked for,
Hell, I wanted to Diego go both ways, because remember, at one point we saw Diego working with the men. We saw him working with Martin. Like, what do Diego do?
Diego, he go whichever way the bank account take him.
Okay. As long as that check clear.
Right. Whatever which way that bank account taking, baby. All right. Naomi and Chelsea, we kind of already talked about that, about how Chelsea had to get Naomi together. Now this is, I do want to talk about this one. I wrote my notes. Haley still trying to kill Bill. And I wrote not so smooth. Haley, if this is something you have done multiple times, you're being real sloppy. Like, why are you being so obvious? Here, Bill, drink the tea. Drink the tea, Bill, drink the tea. Like, you, first of all, put it in that liquor bottle. If Bill ain't gonna do nothing else, Bill gonna pour himself a drink.
Okay.
Just put them drops in that liquor bottle every time you go in his office and call it a fucking day and just let nature take its course. He's going to drink the liquor.
Right. But you keep shoving this tea down his throat. Yeah.
Right.
Because even Bill said something. He was like, tea again?
Okay, Xavier said he doesn't think she's unalive tomorrow before she's just skipped town. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I don't think this is the first one she's planning on taking out. I think the other one she just left. Like,
I think the other one she just drained them dry.
Right.
But with Bill, she got a $10 million life insurance policy that she's trying to cash out. I think that's the biggest difference, is a $10 million life insurance policy plus a college fund for a baby she said she was never planning to have. And I was willing to get her help for the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, okay. I never gave her the benefit of the doubt.
That made me so mad because JB, he was saying to somebody, I said, I literally was one of those people that was still thinking like maybe she really was, because she told such a good story to Naomi. It made me like, damn, maybe I was wrong.
I was ready to get that little help for the benefit of the doubt, but now it's back to fuck Haley. It's back to fuck Haley, which has always been.
Right, it's always been, but she was pulling at my heartstrings for a second.
Right, the way, because that was a very convincing story that she told Naomi.
Right.
I was like, and then when she finally revealed, I'm like, you a little treacherous bitch.
Right.
I knew I didn't like you before, but damn.
Right, it's still up on Haley. I agree, V. Spencer.
Like, we'll see. But I do think that this storyline is about to come to a head. I think that's the sweeps of it all, is that we're gonna be dealing with the Haley Bill, situation. She's a city girl, scamming, scheming, get money. Right, this is her first time trying to unalive. Okay, that is, because I wrote that in my notes. Because she's just being so damn obvious about it. Like, here, drink the tea, Bill, drink the tea.
She's been like, obvious to us, but Bill,
eat the cake.
Yeah, it's obvious to us, but I don't know I don't know what's going through Bill's mind.
Sex. So let me ask y'all something. And somebody brought this up to me. Do y'all think that do you think Naomi was pregnant, and when she bit into that cupcake, she ingested something that made that in? Because it seems like, and I'm just going off my woman history, if she was still early on, it absolutely could have been an early, miscarriage, where it just seems like, oh, I have a heavier, you get what I'm saying, than normal. But because didn't they say it came out and it's just very rare. You can get a false negative, but to get a false positive, unless we doing dollar store pregnancy tests, which Naomi doesn't give me, it makes me think she actually was pregnant. And this is just my theory, when she bit into that cupcake, something happened. Even though she spit some of it out, I think that it could have possibly ended her pregnancy. That's just, so people brought it to me, and I said, damn, that's a real good theory.
I don't think it's so far out of the realm of possibility, but the question is, are they going to make that a thing? Are they going to make that a storyline?
Yeah, I don't see it being outside of the realm of possibility, but like you said, will they go that route? But I think at this point it's kind of done. I think if anything with that storyline is supposed to start the rift between Naomi and Jacob, and figure out a way to get them back closer together. That's where,
right?
I think it was supposed to
lighten up with Letitia. She had gotten the drops, because that's why she made those cupcakes, and that's why there was a
no.
cupcake.
So actually, really be she's actually Letitia's right. She didn't have it because remember, she was on the phone with Randy and she was like, I'm waiting, but I did a special recipe. So this is some she thought of on
her so it's something that she okay, got it. But it was something wrong with the cupcake. Okay, I got it. My bad.
And that's why it tasted, that's why they could taste it. That's
my
why
bad,
like,
Letitia.
Yeah.
When I told her that her food that it tasted bad.
The cupcake was nasty as hell.
Because she clearly went overboard on whatever she put in it.
Okay, got it. My bad, Letitia. My bad, girl. So that's a good point. Maybe Naomi might think back on it when everything comes out. She might think back on it. Yeah, because I don't know if they're going to get that deep.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to. My audience just pointed out to me, but I don't think that's going to be.
But that's a good. I mean, that's a valid thought. I mean, you know what I mean. That's a valid thought. Let me see here. Danny and Andre, they had a really deep heart-to-heart about his parents after he talked to Pamela about the modeling of it all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think that was the best scene of this week.
It was.
I was in tears.
Of course you were.
Tears. I was up here. I'm a mess right now. I was done.
Okay. And I think that was when, like you said, Andre realized that he really is falling in love with Danny. Yeah.
And vice versa for her.
And vice versa. Right.
I love the scene, but well, you know what? I know because I know a lot of people. I know everybody gets irritated with Pamela and that accent. At this point, I tune it out.
Pamela and that damn accent. I'm like, what are you doing, ma'am?
I don't want her to drop it, but at this point, I'm just like, girl, if that's what you want to do, shit, go for it. But I'd be sick of it.
And see, I feel like sometimes it's more prominent. Like I feel like when they first brought her back, I said, where did it go? And then
it comes and goes.
Her back more and more. I said, oh, okay, she's coming. You know, it's coming back gradually.
I think that's what bothers me more is that it's just not consistent.
Right.
Like if it were a consistent accent, but it's like it comes and goes. It's over exaggerated. It's weird. Like we don't know what country it's from. Like what the hell is it?
Donnie.
No, we don't know what country it's from. Now that was
right. I'm gonna be honest. Somebody in the chat said, Jazzy Poetry said, for some reason I think Naomi's pregnant. I do too. I think she's pregnant too.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
But she got a blood test.
It's a soap opera.
Yeah, they'll figure out a way to.
And you got to remember, wasn't Ashley the one that took her to get it done? So maybe Ashley slipped up and did something. And then not only are you trying to mess with my mama's husband, but you messed up that now I really am pregnant. Oh, bitch, we can't be friends no more.
Oh no,
we can't be friends.
Now we can't be friends no more.
You just gonna cut the girl off,
right? Damn.
Well, she needs to anyway. That man, she literally said, "Don't be Haley. I can't go through this again." And then what did Ashley do? Go call Andre. Naomi better cut that girl off at her knees. I'm telling you, you ain't got no friends, Naomi. Stop making friends in random places.
Child, Naomi, you need to just stay home.
Right. For real. Picking up
stay home with your husband, child.
Right. Picking up random crackheads. Random off the street. She found Haley at the gym. Like, school. We ain't got that story straight. It's just, I'm done with Naomi. I'm done.
Child. Okay. We kind of already look. This is what I wrote in my notes. Leslie just crazy. That's literally in my notes.
And delusional.
But I think we kind of already touched on the Leslie of it all. Derek. Yeah. Okay. Derek and Ashley.
Okay, hold on. Can I just highlight something? DB. She ain't got her office is the law offices of Orphe Jeans or her studio apartment in DC, and that's what makes me mad too. They gave us this bum ass set that we don't know what this new set, and I'm like, why is this here? This is awful. Is this it?
It's
like,
a coffee shop.
You mean a coffee shop?
Is that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a coffee shop.
I'm done. If y'all don't take that reject Starbucks and take that shit somewhere else.
Oh, you don't like the coffee shop?
No, they could have spent that money on a courtroom or an office for Naomi so she could stop working down at damn Orphe Jeans.
Well, she doesn't have an office, does she?
No, but she's like, oh, I don't want to go into the office. Bitch, we never seen you in the office.
I didn't even know she had an office.
Jeans. Picking up random pro bono cases from random people off the street. I'm done. The do-goods get on my damn nerves. Y'all know I always got it in for the do-goods. I can't stand it.
Sabria, where you get that from? Naomi is the reason that because of the Haley. Oh, because of Haley. Yeah. Because of Haley. My bad. I got it now. Okay.
Right. And you remember, she admitted she felt guilty. She felt, yeah, I brought this woman into our home. That's why I said
you're right. Same way. Haley. Y'all right.
And I'm gonna wait before I get, but unfortunately, she caught a stray on Friday because Martin's anger is real misdirected. Okay.
Oh yeah, Martin is on one. Even though I was with Martin until like the last 15 minutes, I was like, now you went too far. But because I was with Martin in the beginning, but we'll get to that in a second. So here was one. This is why I said that this week was a 4 or 5 for me. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, Derek Ashley, he can walk. I think we already talked about that, but y'all want to add anything to that?
Oh, yes. Hold on. I'm sorry, JB, you got something to say?
You can go first.
All right, go ahead.
So, because I'm fired up now, y'all. I got my blood pressure high. So, Jan, I'm sorry. And I know people gonna cape and say, oh, she was just telling Ashley the truth. And yeah, she could have been telling the truth, but we've seen Jan more than once cape for Derek when Ashley has made it clear she didn't really want to be with this man when they first broke up. And it gives me the vibe that, bitch, you are so lonely and you want a man so bad. So you're trying to force your daughter into a relationship that she don't even want to be in. Oh, give him maybe there's a reason he lied to you. Maybe it was fear. Maybe, I wish my mama would. I'm done.
Okay, so I have a different take on it.
Okay.
I do understand where you're coming from, but I don't think it's coming from I think it's coming from a place of he's a good man, Savannah. Mm-hmm. I didn't have a man, your daddy abandoned me or whatever the situation is. This is a good man. Y'all are in love. Y'all can build a great middle-class life together with, your white picket fence and your 2.5 kids. I really think I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think it's coming from malice. I don't think it's coming from I don't think it's coming from a malicious place. I think it's coming from a place of somebody who wishes that that's what they had, and they see that their daughter is on the precipice of that quote unquote perfect life. Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
I agree. That's what
I can understand that. Like I feel what you're saying. I can understand good, like genuine motherly intentions. But Ashley has made it, and she's been doing this since the first time they broke up. Because remember, Ashley was mad at her for going to talk to Derek after they first went and broke up, and she was like, "No, Ma, like this is how I really feel." She didn't, I understand, and I talked about it in my recaps. I like things a certain way, so I understand how hard it is to live with somebody. And especially when you've been on your own for a minute. But if that's what you truly want is a partnership, and that she was getting mad over and couldn't get past, showed me she didn't really like that man like that. You leaving your shoes in the middle of the floor is not a reason for this. It's just not going to work, right? So that let me know, it's not as deep as she thinks it is. She enjoyed having fun with him. She enjoyed doing things with him and sleeping with him. But a real serious relationship, she was like, nah, I don't want this. This is not, now that I see who you are and how you are, and it gets on my nerves. And the fact that Jan kept pushing, I was like, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like I said, I don't think that Jan is right. I don't think it's coming from a malicious place. What were you going to say, JB?
Like, I agree with you. I don't think it's malicious either. I think it's a security thing. I think Jan is in the age group where they think a woman needs a man,
should have a piece of a man
to provide, to be there to provide and all that kind of stuff, right? And I think that's where Jan is coming from. And I also think when Jan was talking to Ashley, I know Ashley is upset that Derek didn't tell her that he could at least had a feeling in his legs, but I think Jan was trying to say, be upset that he lied to you, but think about why he probably did it in the first place. Like, he's the one that's in the wheelchair. Like, it's like he may have feeling in his leg, but how do you know that feeling is going to translate into him being able to stand up and walk again. So he doesn't want to get his hopes up as well as getting her hopes up. So I get where Derek was coming from. Should he have told Ashley? Yes. And I also think Ashley kind of overreacted a little bit, but she was like, was this because, which I know he did it because of Andre.
Well, that's because she never really listen, she did exactly what everybody told her she was doing. She took him back out of pity. She never wanted to get back with him. So kind of like what Trish just said, any excuse will do. So she overreacted because that's what right. She overreacted because she wanted to get out of that bullshit anyway, and that he gave her the perfect opportunity.
And I said this on my live, but I think we are all grown enough and have been in relationships where we know when we're like towards the end and where it's rocky. And yeah, she was just looking for a reason. She wanted him gone anyway. She's been trying to get rid of him, and she got her reason. Because I have to give Jan her things where she was like, so him walking, what's the difference? Why is that not celebrated? But back to Really B's point and what I said, she never wanted to be with him.
Once she got a taste of Andre, that was enough for her.
Right. And then all these flashbacks, like they had some deep love story, really irritated me. It was not that deep. Y'all went on one little fake Paris date. And now we out here giving us flashbacks like they had some great love story. Like, bye. Give me flashbacks of Danny and Bill, who actually had 30 years of marriage. Give me flashbacks of Ted, Leslie, Nicole, where we know there was years and years of stuff that we haven't seen. But don't give me no Andre, Ashley flashbacks.
Right. And that's what brings me back around because Corey said earlier that she thinks that people don't like Ashley and Derek because they're white. And I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for myself. For me, that's not my issue.
Me either.
My issue is the storyline. I never bought into the storyline. One, in the beginning, their acting wasn't that great. So that was number one. But I never bought into the storyline because, like I said, I would have even been better if they said that Andre and Ashley dated in high school, or when Andre stayed with Nicole and Ted one summer, they had this Grease summer romance kind of thing. But with them not, I think they said that they knew each other or they had seen each other, but give me a pass between them to make me buy into this great love story because I never got it. Like when they got locked in that elevator together, if they had a conversation about, it's been so long and you never called me, or even a flashback, like you said, give me a flashback of them dating 5 years ago. Give me something to make me buy into this love story, because the problem is I never bought into the love story between Derek and Ashley. And so I never cared. And then the acting was bad, which made it worse.
Right. And I've always
said it was more the acting. He can't emote. He reminds me of Tomas.
That's acting.
The fact that their faces never change no matter what the scenario is.
That's acting. No, I'm saying like all of that is a part of acting. You've seen people act out a whole scene with their face.
Right.
Let me tell you something. One of the best scenes in the world. If any of you guys have ever seen the show, look, now it's escaping me. Not The Corner. The other show about the drugs in Baltimore.
The Wire.
The Wire. If you guys have ever seen The Wire, if you go back to season 1 of The Wire, there's a scene between McNulty and Bump, and they literally only say 2 words the whole scene, and they tell the whole story of them solving the murder. They're solving a murder inside of this person got shot inside of this person's apartment. They're looking at the crime scene pictures. They're walking around the apartment. They go outside and they literally tell the whole story using 2 words because of the way in which they're saying the words. It's like, fuck. Like, that's acting. You know what I'm saying? So yes, if you can't emote, if you can't show emotion, that's acting.
But that's exactly why Derek and Tomas need to be recast.
My issue has been with them with Ashley and Derek and even Andre, it's nothing with Andre. It's just with those three, there's a lack of chemistry between somebody. I don't know who the chemistry is lacking between, because it ain't never been an issue with their race. It's been an issue with chemistry. And even with Tomas can't act. Like
right.
And we like, and even when it comes to Vanessa and Joel, we like them and they're white, but we get annoyed with their storylines. But when it comes to these three, it's a chemistry test that they should have done.
And I'm sorry, the word is shit. It's not fuck. The word is shit. The whole scene, I'm telling y'all, if you've never seen it, it's probably one of the best scenes because they tell, by the time you get to the end, they tell the whole story.
Thank you, El Michelle. You literally were getting ready to piggyback. Oh, you said what I was getting ready to say. So I've watched, and I said it in recaps. Derek, you gotta give him his things, because when he films with Shanice, he is much better. Now, Naomi and Jacob, he still kind of has, they call him eyebrows, and he just kind of, sits there and looks with his eyebrows, and that's his one face. But when he gets with Shanice, and that's when I realized, because even when Andre and Ashley filmed together, I realized I didn't like Andre when he was with her, but when he's with Danny, I love him. And it had nothing to do with their race, and all. Ashley is the problem. Ashley is the problem. I'm sorry. I don't want nobody to lose their job. I ain't trying to be, but because I've seen them with different people and filmed with different people, I'm like, oh, there's a one common denominator. It's Ashley.
I agree. And I agree. Because you're right. In other scenes, it's better. But I think for me, that's part of the problem. Had they given me a backstory between Ashley and Derek that made me be like, oh, well, I mean, not Ashley and Derek, Andre and Ashley, and said, well, maybe Andre feels like she's the one that got away. He's been around the world, gallivanting, playboy, dated supermodels, but his heart was always really back here with Ashley. Then yeah, even if they could have even gave us a scene between Andre and Ted, hell, it could have been the old Ted, turtleneck Ted, but they could have been like him sitting down saying, so what brings you back? And he could be like, well, I just came to see you and Aunt Nicole. He'd be like, no, you came to get Ashley. Like, even give me something to make me be like, oh, this is where this is coming from. But to just pull it out the fucking air, I just... And then even the whole storyline with Derek moving in and her being nitpicky about him leaving his socks in the floor would have made more sense, because you'd be like, oh, she's just looking for a reason to break up with this man because her man is back in town. She thought she was in love with Derek until Andre showed up, because that's who she's really in love with. You see what I'm saying?
No,
I think some of us would care more about this storyline. The acting would still be an issue, but yeah.
I agree. So what do y'all think, speaking of, because I know you touched on Shanice already, and I don't know if you're going to swing back to it, let me know, because then I won't skip ahead.
Go ahead, because I mean, you know how we do. Go ahead.
So
I think I know where you can ready go. So
where are we? What is our feelings on this Shanice and Ted situation? Because
I knew that's where you were ready to go. It seemed like it was a little spark there. What do you think?
So
I don't want it. I'm gonna be honest. I think that if we're gonna jump on Nicole for screwing, and I understand it's not the same closeness, or like trying to holler at Carlton, or them trying to, do something. I just feel like Shanice is too close to that family, and too, like, for her, like, she talks to Nicole. They see each other outside of work. They have conversations. So for me, if you know my situation, you're like that close, and then you go and date just because he's my ex-husband, I would feel away.
Go ahead, JB, because I got something to say. Go ahead, JB.
So when I told you guys I found spoilers for the November sweeps,
that's a spoiler.
Yeah. So y'all want me to go ahead and read y'all? Y'all want me to read
let me say my piece first, and then you can read it. Yeah, because I want to say this before I get before maybe my opinion gets swayed. This is how I feel about it. I don't like it, but here's why I don't like it. Because yes, we like Shanice, and we all want to see more of Shanice, but what I don't want is for them to start using Shanice as that placeholder, because they did it with Derek. Right. Ashley and Derek breaks up. Now her and Derek are going out on a date. I didn't like it. I didn't like it when it was Derek, even though it sort of fizzled, but I didn't like it. And then you're going to do the same thing with Ted. I don't like it. Give Shanice her own man, her own storyline. I don't like it. It's messy. And for all the things that Tree said, I also agree. It's messy. I don't like it. But go ahead, read us the spoiler.
And I'd rather June, even though I didn't like that.
That would be funny if it was June.
Because June can go back to, like, I feel, well, here's the thing. We got to admit, Shanice ain't going to take from Leslie either. So I do think they're both good candidates, but we know Ted has a waitress obsession. So he might as well go for what he knows.
It's giving Alicia Keys and
right. I know you like milk in your coffee.
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
Okay, so it says here, Beyond the Gate spoilers and updates for November sweeps reveal Ted Richardson moves on and Leslie Thomas reacts. So he's moving on, and it says he's moving on to Shanice. And they do say here, they do say it's wedding bells in the air for Ashley and Derek.
Oh my Lord. God.
Because now Andre done cracked her face.
Right. She's gonna go running back. And this is what I'm saying. Can I be honest? Can we see Derek stand up, literally stand up, let his balls drop, and say, nah, bitch, now I don't want you.
Yeah.
But we know he's not gonna do that. But I wish he would, because that would be good TV. Yeah, actually getting her face cracked was everything. But Derek saying, nah, you can't run back to me either. I would love it. I would love it.
Might as well go ahead and finish. What's the rest of the spoilers? If y'all don't want to hear the spoilers, just click off and come back in about 5 minutes. Okay.
That's pretty much it. The only thing they say is Greg Vaughn's character. They say he's a mystery character at this point. They say he should make his first appearance in December.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much all it is. It's Ted is gonna move on to Shanice, and crazy Leslie is not gonna be happy about that.
See, and I would have liked to see
Shanice. Now, I don't like that idea, but Shanice is time enough for Ashley for Leslie crazy ass.
I personally thought that I know people were hinting Greg Vaughn might be for Nicole, which a lot of people were like, we don't want to see Nicole with a YT man. I don't know if I carry it away because he's fine, but I would have liked to see him for Shanice too. I'm wondering what his character is going to be. Some people are speculating that he could be Joey's brother. I'm interested, but I just know that man is fine. So can they hurry up?
Yeah, I'm curious to see who he's gonna play.
It'll definitely be an interesting thing. I'm okay with Ted, with them finding Ted somebody else with Ted. I just don't like it being Shanice because, like you said, Shanice does have a relationship with them. She does know them. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't either.
It's messy, boo.
And they all work together, so it's like, oh, we gonna see. I don't want to see Nicole and Shanice go at it, and we know Shanice ain't gonna take too much, but we know Nicole's gonna feel away. They already prefaced that oh, I don't know why I care. And okay, and can we talk about this because you didn't, and we don't need to spend too much time on it. But I'm gonna just say this. I got hit by Really B. Laura. We don't know enough about you to give a damn about Dave. Okay? We don't care. We don't care about Dave. We need to find...
I didn't even know who Dave was. I was like, she got a man?
Right. Well, we
didn't see him at the hospital.
But that's the point. He ain't never show up at the hospital. But we knew about him from like...
I mean, let's be honest. We barely care about Laura at this point. If y'all not going to solve the mystery of who tried to kill her, we don't really care about Laura and her damn cardigan tennis skirts.
I swear, I said, Laura, no offense, baby. But I said, we need to get you justice before we give a damn about Dave. Unless they're going to bring Dave on the show, we don't give a damn about Dave, Laura, because like Really B said, we hardly give a damn about you.
Baby, we forgot about you.
You forgot about you. You forgot that this lady almost... Well, that's what bothers me. She forgot about herself. I'm like, what are the writers doing? You're gonna let her forget, and then and I want you and Nicole to reconnect, even though your mama tried to run me off the road. Get the out of here.
Now Carlton is too stiff and looks like his breasts stink. Wow.
Don't do that. Damn. Did you see?
Damn,
Really B? Did you see my message in your chat last night?
Which one, girl? Which one?
About Carlton and Brandy. Well, I call him.
Oh yeah, girl. You know I know about the Christmas movies, girl.
Okay, because you said you was gonna go watch a Christmas movie, and I had to tell you.
Oh, look, not the whole. Listen, I have the whole list here. I know.
Oh, okay. Not Xavier talking about Laura got a forgiving Christian heart.
Shut up, Xavier.
Xavier's a fool.
So somebody heard that Greg Vaughn was gonna be Vanessa's brother. That'll be interesting.
Now that would be interesting. We might get a little more background information on how Vanessa turned into a hoe. I mean,
I am ready to see Greg Vaughn though. I love me some Greg Vaughn.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, but I'm admitting it.
Right.
Still a hoe.
Yep.
She's still a hoe.
Oh Lord, because baby, the questions. Oh shit, let me go back to my notes. Is that because look, all right, is that good? We got that. Derek actually can walk, fall out. Okay. Okay. Now here's another storyline that we laid some foundation for this week that I predicted. Now I ain't always right, but when I'm right, I'm gonna tell you. I said that Isaiah and Joey had a past. Did I not?
Ooh,
I mean,
I didn't.
Not Isaiah. What's the boy name? Isaiah. Oh, I did get it right. Isaiah. Remember, I told y'all that last week. I said I believe that when Isaiah got into it with his father sort of threw it in his face about him getting in trouble as a kid. I said, I bet you that was how he got in bed with Joey, trying to protect his son and get his son out of trouble.
What was so wild, because somebody asked me the question last night and they said, do you think that Elon knows that Isaiah was working for Joey? And I said, I don't think that Isaiah knows that, about Elon's dealings with Joey and how they, the message that they got. Because again, he views his father as Chief Do-Good. I call him Chief Daddy. But, Chief Do-Good. And of course, Jacob was his golden boy because he's Deputy Do-Good. So he never saw, you know what I mean? I don't think he knows about his involvement like that. Because remember, Elon told us Malone was the one that expunged his record. So I don't think that they know. Like, I don't think Elon knows that Isaiah is messing with Joey. And I don't think Isaiah knows that Elon and Joey are connected.
So I think I agree with half of that. For me, I don't think that Isaiah knows that Elon was looking out for him while he was running with Joey.
Okay.
But I think Elon went to Joey to ask him, leave my son alone. And Joey made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Like, okay, I'll let your son go. Because even when Joey was telling it to Vanessa, like, I did the best, the only thing I could do, I let him go and spread his wings. I think he let him go after he made a deal with Elon. And I think that's why Elon has been in his pocket all these years.
Because remember last week, Elon got so mad when he first mentioned Jacob, and then he brought up Isaiah's name, and Elon looked and gave him a look. Right.
I think that maybe, I'm gonna be honest, and I mean this might be me taking it too far now, but I'm wondering if there was a crime committed and Joey has the proof that, like, he's dangling it, like, I could just send this gun into the police, or I could just call the police, you know what I mean? Like, I'm wondering if Joey really had some hard stuff against Isaiah, which is what got Elon in bed with him to begin with.
It could be, because I mean, shit, he was talking about the boy was selling dope and stealing cars. So anything could have happened.
And I don't think that Isaiah knows, because I think his anger at his dad, I don't think he knows that his father sort of sacrificed for him. I think it's going to come out. It's because again, if he was this great cop, like, you got to reconcile, how do you get in bed with a criminal? Well, for the love of your kids, you would.
Right.
To protect your children, you would.
I wonder when we're going to meet Luke.
The other brother?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We need Luke. Because we know all the Hawthorns are fine. Yes. We need Luke. And Luke better not be married.
It does feel like that Joey really cares for Isaiah. It was now, me and JB, did your light go out? You just went, oh, there it is. Me and JB talked about this at the beginning, and again, I know y'all hate when we do our General Hospital thing. And remember at the beginning we were saying it seems like they're trying to make Joey into like the Sonny Corinthos. That scene was very Sonny Corinthos.
Yeah, Sonny.
Him and Isaiah and the way they joked around with each other. That was very Sonny Corinthos. And then even the way he was talking to Vanessa, that was very Sonny Corinthos. When Joey was talking to Elon, he said he did not know Elon had a younger son. When Joey was talking to Elon, he said he didn't know.
Because I wondered why when Elon went in there and he was like, yeah, and he was like, well, maybe I'll get Jacob under, because remember, he went in there to see him and was like, Malone is not the business. I need to get him off my squad because that's dirty. And he's doing a lot of sideways stuff. And they started, and he was like, well, maybe I'll take Jacob. And then he was like, you bet not. And then after all that, and him letting Joey punk him and being like, well, ain't gonna change, he decides to dispel, oh, well, I have another younger son. And I was like, Elon, why would you do that? You're a cop. That's so weird. And like, why would you tell him there's another son that's been troubled, even though Joey already knew about him? It was just, for me, odd that Elon gave up the information freely.
Well, according to Powerful, Joey said he didn't know he had a son. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Right.
Again, I don't believe nothing that Joey says. So,
well, let's start there. And remember, we have to suspend logic because they tell us one thing and then say, no, that's not what we said.
Right. Yeah, I don't believe nothing that Joey says out his mouth. So
me either.
So him saying he didn't know that Elon had a son, I don't know.
Because remember when Anastasia was fucking with him, he said to Vanessa, well, he said to her, oh, you know, I took out Doug to get with his wife, which that's the truth. But, you know, he played Vanessa and made Vanessa think that, oh, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to rattle her cage. No, you weren't.
No, you meant that thing.
Because that's what you did, sir.
Because that's exactly what you did.
Right.
If we believe that Doug's dead.
Which I still don't.
I'm not, listen, until there's a body, I'm not convinced.
Until I see his body, I don't believe that man is dead. I think he's somewhere. Because now I'm wondering, because again, Vanessa is so gung-ho for being in his business. And I'm like, where did that come from?
I will say in Vanessa's defense as a mother, I do think she sent them kids away because and this goes back to the Joey setup situation. I think if she really is setting him up, getting the kids away, far away as possible, because she knows how Joey rolls. And the fact that he already offered Donnell a job, like he would use her kids as leverage. So her keeping her kids far away as possible does make sense if she really is trying to set something up.
Which is what I was saying at the beginning of this conversation when you were saying who's the better parent. And I was like, if that's the reason, then I'm like you said, if that's what it was, then yeah, I'm with that. Yeah. Joey also said to Vanessa that he did what Elon would not do, which is to let Isaiah go. He clearly know. Right. I don't believe he doesn't know that he's Elon's son. I don't believe that. I mean, I know that. I believe he might have said it, but again, I don't believe that he didn't know.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay. If Vanessa's working with I don't think Vanessa's working with the police. I think Vanessa's doing her own thing.
I do too.
I don't think she's working with the police, but let me finish your comment. I'm sorry. Is Vanessa working with the police though? Is she implicated in her own illegal activities if Joey goes down? But I think she's just trying to gather evidence. Because remember, the only reason why she not the only reason, because we know that Vanessa's whole ass, was intrigued by it. But her main reason, that's a better way of saying it. Her main reason for getting involved with Joey was because of paying off Doug's debt.
Yeah.
Her motivation. Is that a better way? Maybe that's a better way of saying it. Her motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. Oh, Xavier said, like the video. Do we have 100 people in the chat? Can we get 75 likes? Can we do that? Appreciate y'all. Love y'all so much. If she gathers evidence, it means telling on herself because she's guilty of money laundering. Yeah, it might be, but if she feels like really feels guilty about Doug, she may be okay with that to try to get justice for him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Joey knew Isaiah was Elon's son, but I don't believe Elon knew Isaiah was working for Joey. Oh, that's what you're saying. Oh, I got you. I don't know. They're gonna have to find a way, unless they're gonna kill Elon off the show. They've got to kind of find a way to bring Elon back around to being a good guy. And the best way to do that is to make it seem like he was sacrificing himself for his son. You know what I mean? I got in bed with Joey to protect my child. But that's a good point. I mean, maybe he doesn't know. You know, maybe he doesn't know. All right, what's next on my notes? Okay, I wrote Vanessa. We've already talked about Vanessa. I wrote in here that the conversation between Isaiah and Jacob, I understood where Isaiah was coming from. Why would you not tell him his dad had a heart attack? Exactly. And the fact that Jacob is sitting there acting like it wasn't a big deal, and he didn't he was like, "Did you not forget you weren't talking to Dad? What the hell that got to do with nothing? You don't have that don't have nothing to do with you calling me, telling me that my dad had a fucking heart attack. Like, are you serious right now?"
I agree with that. I think that was wild. I did have a difference of opinion when I talked to somebody, and they were like, "Well, they weren't in contact." And I said, "But you could have sent a text. Give it up. Let it be his choice." Right, let it be his choice.
Airplane.
Right. Like, if he decided he didn't want to come after hearing the news, then that's on him. But you didn't even tell him, and that I do think that was wrong. And don't do that, Xavier. Deputy Do Good is always gonna do good.
Right, and that's the other thing. The way that they made it seem like that Jacob didn't see what the big deal was. I'm like, bruh.
Because he thought he was doing good. He just respecting everybody's boundaries and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That was the mother's job to tell Isaiah about Elon's heart attack. No, it wasn't. I disagree.
It's all of their jobs.
It was all of their jobs. I disagree that it was the mother's job. I feel like if the mother wasn't going to tell him and the daddy wasn't going to tell him, as my sibling, I'm going to call and tell him. Now, y'all can listen, that's one of them situations where I ask for forgiveness and not permission.
Exactly.
Not Paw Patrol.
That's what took me out. I'm laughing. Not Paw Patrol. Don't do that.
I can't unsee it. He does look like Chase. Oh my God.
He really do.
I can't unsee it. DB, you were wrong.
I'm taking that, DB. I'm taking that.
DB, you were wrong. Now, I saw y'all earlier in the chat before we kind of got on the conversation about Isaiah. I saw y'all talking about Isaiah having a crush on Naomi. Do y'all think? What do you guys think up here? People in the chat were saying that. Do y'all think that's a thing?
I don't.
I think that we saw something because the way he and I don't know, it was giving. They were definitely chem testing them, and it's there. Now, where they go with it, I don't know, because again, this is one of these things where I understand it's assault, but I'm not trying to normalize sleeping with my sister's brother, husband, whatever. And I feel like they're trying to normalize that shit for us, even with the Cat and Eva, and they're trying to normalize. Oh yeah, sometimes you just sleep with your cousins. No. So I'm personally not here for it, but I definitely see the chemistry, and I could absolutely see them writing it after her and Jacob break up somehow.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think we got way too much of that going on this show.
Right.
We got way too much of that.
Xavier, you're right. B&B has done worse, but that's why because it's supposed to represent us as a Black community. That's not what we do, in my opinion. That's not the norm. So if Brooke Logan and Ridge and all them, and you want to put the daddy, the sister, the cousin, and everybody else, they can do that over there. But on this platform, where it's supposed to be realistic to us, nah, I don't want it.
Now he said Rick and Sonny share baby mom, which they do.
Wow, they do. Elaine, I disagree. I don't think that Jacob married Naomi thinking he would change her mind about having kids. I think when he married Naomi, he honestly was like, yeah, I'm cool with not having kids. I don't think he went into that marriage thinking he was going to change her mind. But people change.
Exactly.
That's why people get divorced, because people change.
I gave y'all a good example. I gave y'all a good example of people who changed. Jeannie mined her ex-husband.
Yeah,
They went to their marriage.
Change.
They both went into their marriage saying no kids. He changed his mind. Jeannie at that time hadn't changed her mind. They divorced. When right after they divorced, he was already having a baby with that woman.
Yeah, he was having a baby like within the year. I was like, damn.
Exactly.
Bro.
And then when she got with Jeezy, she decided to have a baby. So people change their minds all the time. And sometimes, like I think Tracy even said it might not be that person that they want. It might be that person that they don't want to have kids with, but they find someone else that has, values that align with them. And they're like, okay, I can see this person being the mother of my kids, the father of my kids. I think that's where we kind of are with this. And I don't think Jacob has changed his mind. I think, and ReallyB even said it earlier, Jacob didn't change his mind. The thing was, Jacob was like, okay, you might be pregnant. He got excited about that possibility, but he never once said, oh, now we got to definitely have a baby. He just got excited about the idea of Naomi potentially being pregnant. She's the one that created this in her head.
I think as soon as Jacob's reaction wasn't pissed off, she got it in her mind that just because he wasn't mad about her being pregnant or potentially being pregnant, that automatically, like, she automatically went to the opposite extreme. And I'm like, it can't.
But that's why her and Ashley are friends. I've noticed that they overthink like shit. Have you ever, her and Ashley, the way they ramble on about the same things over and I'm like, oh, that's why y'all just linked up, because two birds of a feather flock together.
Yeah, because I just, again, and that's what's been pissing me off about the whole Naomi of it all. It's like, girl, give that man a minute to process. Like, again, give him a minute to process. It was like the minute that he wasn't like, what? You're pregnant? And like he said, I can't win for losing, because had that been my reaction and you were cool with it, then I'm the bad guy. Right. Now my reaction is, hey, let me get you a spa day, let you relax, let you process. I'm still the bad guy. He was like, I can't win for losing. Right. And even now, he's like, when he was like, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Well, you're the only one that sees an elephant. Girl, it's a whole elephant sitting on our lap. What are you talking about?
Who does that remind you of, though? When Derek pulled up at the hospital, let's set a date. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. And she started crashing out. Them are very much alike. And I hate to say that. I literally hate saying that. But Naomi is literally her friend's friend. Like, for real. They are the same person.
The only other thing I have in my notes, the last thing I have in my notes is Andre cracked Ashley's face. That's not true. Wait a minute. Hold on.
You've got Martin.
Hold on. I have Andre cracked Ashley's face, so we can talk about that. And then I have like 2 more things, and then I'm done.
I was here with it.
Oh, I was definitely here for it. I loved it.
Me too.
I was here, like, I really ain't got nothing else to say. Ashley deserved her face cracked, and that's why I said, and I want Derek to crack it even more. And I need her to sit in her, because I think Ashley doesn't know what Andre gave me from his experience with her. Ashley hasn't been exposed to anything. No. So she don't know what she wants. You know what I'm saying? And he just opened her eyes. Like, sometimes people aren't meant to be your forever. And that's where I feel like she's fucking up. Sometimes people are just in your life for a season or a reason and meant to show you something or expose you to something or teach you something that you've never had or learned or whatever. And I think that's what Andre was supposed to be for her. But instead, she's taking it as, oh, we're supposed to be together and we're supposed to be in love. And I don't think that's what that is. I think she needs to go find out what she likes, what she wants. And that's why when Andre was talking about when she was telling her mom, and it goes back to Jan, I want to travel the world. Bitch, go do that. Go be a traveling nurse. Go do that. You need to find out who you are. And the fact that her mother was like, that's absurd. Why would you do that? And it was like, because this girl clearly has not been out of Fairmont and Crest.
And that again goes to what I said earlier about stability with Jen. I think Jen, because I know how my mom was. My mom was a baby boomer. And the things that, when, me wanting to move away from home, she kind of clammed up about that. But I was like, I got to get out and live my life. So and I'm not saying that Jen is a baby boomer, but I'm saying Jen is from, she's a product of probably the baby boomers. And those people were all about stability, getting a job, getting a pension back in them days, right? Having a man, having your kids, and retiring and doing. They were so structured when it comes to things, and I think that's the issue when it comes to Jen and Ashley. And I also think when it comes to Ashley, I don't know how old Ashley's supposed to be, but I think she's supposed to be like her early 20s. I think they all supposed to be 20s, right? Or 30.
No, I think Naomi, Ashley, and Derek, because Kat and Eva are supposed to be 24.
They're mid-20s, right?
So I think that they're supposed to be early 30s or late 20s, like 29,
yeah,
30.
I think they're in their late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
But this is
Naomi is a whole practicing attorney, so I think they're late 20s.
And I was thinking about that, but then with Ashley, because Ashley's a nurse, like, and it sounds like this is her first position.
Yeah, but I don't think she went straight to nursing school. Remember, they made a big deal about her. Remember at the very beginning, they made a big deal about her finally finishing school. And the fact that they didn't have a lot of money, I think she might have had to work her way through school. So it might have taken her a little longer. I think that was like, once again, they didn't clarify that, but that was the impression that I got.
Yeah. So
hold on. I got to call this out. Cheap. 83, I love you. But if Haley is 26, that makes that shit with Bill so much worse. Because at least I can give you if she's closer to 30 because she's supposed to be around Naomi's age. But if she's really 26, that shit with Bill is even worse. Because I was trying to give him a little bit like, okay, it's 20 years difference. Because we all know Bill's supposed to be like in his early 50s, whatever. Him and Danny. So if that's the case, I'm done.
Yeah, I think just when it comes to Ashley's inexperienced in life and a lot of things. Whereas, I don't think she's been in that many relationships because that's what is given to me. So I don't think she knows who she is, what she wants. And I think that that's a struggle with Ashley. And that's why things don't, because I mean, she didn't have anything real, tangible with Andre for her to be pining after it. It's like, girl, y'all went, like you said earlier, Therese, y'all went on that makeshift Paris date, and that was it. And now
he put in a little more effort than Derek ever did. That's all that was.
He was. It would have been a lot more believable had they had a past relationship,
right?
But just this being some person that you knew in passing, like it's just I don't know. I mean, I whatever. But I think we all were here for Andre choosing Danny. I think we all love that. So okay, the last thing I do have in my notes is, well, not the last couple of things. Samantha, this punishment, Martin confronts Kat. Now let me say this. In the beginning, I was Team Martin. Because even when she was giving her little speech at the house and was like, you're not punishing me for what I did. You're punishing me for how that made you feel. No, they're punishing you for that condom on the fucking floor and you laid across their couch in your tank top and him with his shirt off. No, that's why you're being punished. But then Martin took it too far and I was like, damn, Martin, I was on your side until you went off on Kat and then you made the girl quit her job without even, Martin went too far.
He did.
I agree. Now, so here's the thing, right? Now, first of all, let me address V. Spencer. I thought I was the only one that thought this young man looks like Da Vinci, the guy from BMF. I absolutely thought it was him, and then I said that must be his little brother. They got to be related because the motherfuckers look too much alike. But I'm just gonna say Martin is wrong as hell. Him and his hot booty can kiss our own. Okay, because Where was all that energy for Naomi when she brought the crackhead on your doorstep and disturbed your whole household and opened up a closed adoption? Let's talk about that. But you got this much smoke for Kat when really it's your fast ass daughter trying to spread it low and open it wide, but you blaming Kat. And that's why I said the writers clearly hate Kat, because this was not, and even though I don't think Tomas is a prize, she's right. I'm mid 20 years old. I just gave up my virginity. If Samantha needs to be looking up to anybody, it should be me. And how dare you come over here? And you know what? I had Martin's back for Smitty. Like, me and Martin had turned over a new leaf. And literally yesterday they threw that in the trash, and I said, you are still that trash nigga that you were when you wouldn't even let Smitty have a job. He is still that same person, even though I'm gonna be different, I'm gonna care about the family and did all that other bullshit. That I was so upset with him. But I'm gonna say this, as someone who was the sneaky little bitch, and that's why even though I go hard on Samantha, I was that sneaky little bitch. I have to agree with Martin. If she wasn't in that instance, if she wasn't sneaking, if Kat hadn't told him about her sneaking him in at the Chelsea Cat studio, I think he would have let her work her the job. But what he realized is, oh, so because you can't do it at home, you're doing it when you're supposed to be working, and you using that as a cover. So I got to cut that out too. And unfortunately, I had to turn my parent hat on. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, he had some point. He had some points yesterday.
He had some points, and I agree. I do think that it was sort of like so you can't do it at home, so you're gonna do it at the studio.
Right.
Yeah. But he overreacted with Kat, because it's not like Kat told the girl to go have sex with that boy.
Right.
Yeah, she overheard the conversation with Kat and Chelsea. But when she sat down with them, they told her, we're not telling you to do this. Like, don't do this. But Samantha's fast ass ran out of Uptown to go be with the boy, even though they're telling her don't do this. And I agree with Kat when Kat said, I just had sex for the first time and I'm an adult. So if I'm anybody to look up to, it would be me. And I was like, I agree. Right. I just think Martin was, I get that he's upset and he's angry, but that anger was misplaced on Kat. Now he could be angry. He could be angry at Kat for not telling him about the boy being at the studio.
Right.
Even Kat said, "I told her to tell you because I wanted her to, I wanted you to hear it from her and not from me."
And she did. That's the crazy part. She did. So why, if I'm thinking as an auntie, and really, I think Really B can understand this, or aunties, uncles, everybody, you want. If you can't go to your parents, you want your nieces, nephews to have a safe place, place where And so, no, I don't need to run. But that's why she said, you need to go tell your dad immediately. I stopped it. But if she's already told you about it, which Samantha said, Kat said, why do I need to run back and tell you? That's not my job. She needs to trust me. And I felt Kat with that. And that's why I was like, no, Martin, you're wrong, hands down, for how you're coming at her. Now, how you came at Samantha and the punishment, no, that little girl deserved that.
She did.
And honestly, if we going old school, she deserved to go pick a branch and decide what but I understand they ain't gonna do that. She adopted and all that other stuff. But
and I will say the other problem with Samantha is Samantha doesn't know boundaries. Like because she's trying to get out of this punishment, which I know me and you talked about it last week, Really. Kids are gonna do that and test that boundary. But this girl is really testing it. Like with my mama, if my mama put me on punishment and I realized, like I told you that one time, she didn't budge, I let it go. After I tried it twice. Like, can I do this? Can I do that? She said no. After the second time, I was like, fuck it. She really mean it. So let it go.
Yeah, it was the rebuttals for me last week. I said they letting her get too much off. The way that she's speaking to them, like even when she told Nicole, when Nicole was like, oh, so this guy ain't your boyfriend. And she was like, what? I'm supposed to wait till I have a ring on my finger?
Not only, and I think that's why I was with Martin, because I was like, not only is she still fighting, she's showing no remorse. Mm-hmm. Like even when she said, she was like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Like she's still not fully grasping why this is a big deal. And again, kids have sex. We get it. And this is what I've had this conversation with some of my friends before. In my opinion, I've never been of that philosophy of, well, I'd rather them do it here with me than out in them streets, because the message you send is that it's okay.
Right.
And what kids have to, because kids are going to be kids. When I was a kid, like Tree said, when I was a kid, I broke rules. Absolutely, right. I broke the rules, but I knew that it was a rule, and I knew that it was something I wasn't supposed to be doing, and I knew that there was going to be a consequence. And because I'm the kind of person that I am, if I didn't think I could get away with it, baby, I didn't do it. If me and my friends was talking and it sounded like a dumb plan, right, I was like, y'all go ahead. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. Now, sometimes they were always dumb plans. Why? Because we were kids and we were thinking with a kid's mind. So sometimes they were always just dumb plans. But in my mind, if I didn't think I could get away with it, we wasn't doing it. And kids have to understand that there's a consequence for the behavior. And I think the problem I had with that whole situation is that Samantha never took any accountability for anything. She said, okay, well, because even in the beginning, she was like, well, at least we weren't in my room. Girl, what?
Right. And I love when Nicole was like, so you was about to lose your virginity on the couch of your brownstone? Like, that's what you want to do? And she was like, well, it's not like that. We don't, you know what I mean? Like, we don't do all that. It's just, it is what it is. And I was like, oh, so you just dumbing it down. And granted, I feel like there should have been one. This is when we needed to have a real sex conversation. If we're tackling huge topics, right, then we should have had the conversation with Samantha. Well, because we all know, and it goes back to probably what y'all talked about last week, because I talked about it too. Kids are going to do what they want to do, but you're not going to do it in my house. That's why we do it in the car. That's why you get what I'm saying? We can't rent hotel rooms yet. That's why we sneak around and do the that we do. But you knowing that this is what she's actively trying to do and you cannot stop her, the best thing you can do is protect her, because she's going to do it anyway. So that's where the real conversation that I was looking for from Nicole or Martin or Smitty to have with her, we need to get you on birth control, baby, because it's bound to happen, because Samantha wants to do it. Don't give a damn about her, but she hoping she going to give it up to him and that going to be her boyfriend. So we already see her line of thinking is immature.
But I don't even think we could get to that part, because she wouldn't even, like, you got to give me something. Like, I don't even think we could get to the part of, okay, you've made up your mind, you're going to do this anyway, let's get you on some birth control, because she wouldn't even accept what the hell she was doing.
That's true. She's lying about it. Because they lied in that moment.
I hear your point, though.
Because they lied in that moment saying, oh, we were just studying. With a condom on the floor.
And that's when, and then he was like, we was talking about chemistry. And I love when Smitty was like, bruh, just shut up. Just shut up. But my whole thing, everybody's suspecting that she's going to have a baby. And when she had that conversation with Nicole, and she was basically telling her, oh, I'm giving it up, or I'm trying to give it up, hoping that this man's going to be my boyfriend. I would have loved, and I'm sorry, I'm always say it, and I'm always repeat it. In our community, Nicole needed to tell her baby, the fastest way to lose a man is to have a baby by him. Play with it if you want to. You better protect yourself if you're going to do it. And this whole, I'm going to move in with you bullshit. Oh, it just irritated me. And I bet you she going to run off to June. I bet you.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly where she going.
But June already told her, I'm not going to let you do what you want to do.
Right. And June has been the main one telling you that boy ain't ish.
Right. So it'll be interesting, but yeah, Samantha need her ass whoop. I'm sorry.
Child.
I understand she's 15, and so I'll tell a very funny story. Right. So I remember I thought I was big and grown. At this point, I was doing my thing. My mom had found out from the school administrator, because we was passing notes in class. So that's how she had to find out that her daughter was doing the do. And she immediately went and put my ass on birth control. But I said, oh, well, now, like Really B said, now you've given me the permission. So I remember going to her one day. I want to go to my boyfriend's house. And I said, Ma. And she was like, no. And I was like, what you cock blocking? Can I tell you the 2-piece that my mother served me? And I remember having like a scratch because her nails hit my face when she hit me. And like I had a huge scratch, like a seal type of scar on my face. And I was like, I can't go to school. And she was like, oh no, bitch, go to school and tell them I'm the one that whooped your ass. because of the crazy shit you said to me. And I was like, you know, I went to school and told everybody I got my ass whooped by somebody else. I won't go tell them it was my mama. It was my mama. But look, they said, and you still alive today? Right. Right. That's why I said I know the Samanthas. I was a Samantha. Oh, you was batshit. Yeah. Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Let me tell you something. Janice cleared that up real quick. I'm still, and I was about Samantha's age. And she said, but you are still never that grown.
Yeah, I never thought I was that grown. Back to my mama. My mom was 5'1", 5'2", and I'm way taller than her. That woman's that woman is still fearing me because she said she said that's all that I got. She said all I'm gonna ever tell you to do is just to bend down so I can slap you in the face. I was like, I believe you, and that's all I needed to hear.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know if I necessarily want Samantha's character to get pregnant, but I'm gonna tell you what I do want to happen. I want her to go ahead and have sex with that boy. I do want her to have sex with him, and then I want her to overhear him talking about how easy it was and how she was just a good time, and then her feel stupid. I don't want her to get pregnant though. I don't want her to get pregnant, but because at this point, there's nothing anybody can say. Her brother can't tell her, well, you know, he said this about you. Like, there's nothing anybody can tell her. She's gonna have to go through it herself.
That was the part for me that blew me. It's like your brother is literally sitting here telling you, yo, this dude, he always talking about the girl that he smashed. So you want to be another notch in his utility belt? So I'm with you. I want her to sleep with him and then for him to play her to the left.
Mm-hmm. And then she'll have to realize that everybody was right.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that once Martin calms down, I think she'll be able to go back to Chelsea Cat eventually. But honestly, that's just a consequence. She's just gonna have to deal with it. And I don't even have a problem with Martin not letting her go back to Chelsea Cat. I have a problem with him being so mad at Cat.
Mm-hmm.
See, y'all, I can be fair to Cat. Not Xavier say, I just want her to get the clap. You know what?
So can I just say, and since we were touching on him, can I just say, shout out to Jaden Lucas, Tyrell. Yeah. He did an amazing job in Reasonable Doubt this week. And I'm switching subject. That man did his thing. I felt like a proud auntie watching this week.
That's him. You know what? I was like, the whole time I was watching it, I was like, I know him from somewhere. Right. I couldn't place it. Damn,
he is a hardworking young man.
Yeah, he did do good on Reasonable Doubt. He did really good on Reasonable Doubt.
I loved it. I was like, oh, this is really good. I was proud.
We got to talk about, the last episode comes out Thursday?
Yeah.
Wednesday night, Thursday. Well, we can talk offline, y'all, because that was the last thing I have in my notes. I have Winterfest, which we already talked about how Winterfest is going to be like the nurse's ball kind of thing. And then I wrote Dana/insurance. That whole thing with Dana,
I didn't care nothing about
surgery. I just thought that was stupid. Again, how much money does this woman have? Like,
I'm tired of us asking that question at this point. We ask it all the time.
Crazy.
So it's never ending.
Don't make Michelle come up in here and get on y'all. Why did we told you that she is in? You know, she be going at people on Twitter. Don't make Michelle. Michelle Von Jones.
Yeah,
Bangine or whatever. She gets upset. Because when people question her storyline, it was like, we never told y'all. And we were like, no, you absolutely told us the check was every 6 months. She was like, we never said that. And then people were like posting clips and tagging her like, no, you absolutely said that. And she gets real angry when you
see, I don't know why them people be finding Teresa's chat. Whatever hashtags you use or whatever, because they always find trees. They'll never be in my shit.
Oh, Randy is a regular in my shit. Randy is a regular. He be arguing with people in my comments.
Who is Randy?
Sammy, Randy,
the guy that plays Randy.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll never come in my chat. I don't know what it is. Is it me, y'all? Do the people don't like me? Because they never come up. They never. I mean, never is a strong word, but very, 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 very seldom do the people come around my place. Is it me?
Put it like that.
Treese, is it me?
No, it's not you.
I think it's me.
But don't you broadcast your stuff on Twitter as well?
Yeah,
I'm not on.
so
that might be. I'm not on Twitter.
And that's honestly that's the only reason I got back on, because I really believe that's how they find me. Like I'm pretty sure that's.
I thought you that's probably how they found Treese.
I'm not on Twitter. Yeah, Treese. Yeah, that Treese is on Twitter. Yeah. Xavier said they probably know your chat would cuss them out. I don't think they know my chat would cuss them out.
And look, Xavier, you remember now. You better be careful, because Randy will come at you in the comments, even if it's not a chat. He will come at you and be like da 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 da. They're very defensive. Some people are very defensive.
Really? That's crazy. I didn't know that the lady that
look, Corey said Randy has commented on my IG comments too. Yeah, Randy is real. If he don't like what you said, but he be in the bushes and he will say something back to you.
Now maybe I need to get back on Twitter, child, because I got off of Twitter. But I really never, even when I was on Twitter, I didn't use it. So maybe I need to get back on Twitter, start a new Twitter, get back in there and really use it. And even I just never used it.
And even if you only do it for Beyond the Gates, like, because that's really why I'm on there, because that's where you get all your spoilers. Like that's where I get.
Well, I don't want spoilers, so.
Oh, see, I like spoilers.
Anyway, all right, y'all. JB, tell the people what you got going on over there, honey.
So I've already premiered Abbott and Reasonable Doubt. So what's premiering right now is the Braxtons. I gotta get off of here. Gotta get off of here and do the review for Rated to Love, which I'm still pissed that it came back last night. Like, why? I just want
to. Well, Tristan made me do it, so
Chanel's ain't gonna be able to do it today. I said if you wanted to do it later today, we could. But Nels already said, and if you can't do it tomorrow, so then it'll just be me and Nels. So we gotta figure it out.
Well, tell me what you want. I mean, you can tell me what you want to do. I can watch it and we can do it tonight, or the two of y'all can just do it tomorrow and I catch y'all next week. Whichever one works for you. I don't.
It's a good looking cast.
Well, Nels ain't gonna be there next week because her baby shower is next weekend, so she ain't gonna be there next week. So that's why I was like, we might as well just go ahead and do it because she ain't gonna be there next week either.
All right. Well, when we get off of here, we can come up with a time. Because what time is it now? It's 4. Oh damn! I didn't know it was that late. It's 4:30. Okay. Because I want something to eat. Even though I don't know what's wrong with me. Am I pregnant? I just ate.
Not you being Naomi.
I just fucking ate. Like I literally, that's where I was this morning. I had a breakfast. It wasn't a date, but I had a breakfast date. It wasn't a date like that. But
she had a date, y'all. Don't she being real?
Anyway, but I just ate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess that was 4 hours ago, but still. Anyway.
At least he bought you more than coffee. I like him already. That's right. Don't take me on no coffee date. You better feed me.
Well, y'all know Tracy. Tracy's an eater. Y'all know she's an eat, child. All right.
Oh yeah, I got Potomac tomorrow, y'all. So that's I forgot about that.
Okay, and Potomac. All right, Treese. Other than your Beyond the Gate epic recaps, what else you got going on, girl?
Girl, nothing for real. I mean, yeah, y'all. I'm gonna drop 167 and 168 today. 168 is gonna take a lot because I'm really fired up at Martin, as y'all know. So I'm gonna give y'all all the things in the individual recap. Of course, we got Force tomorrow night. That live is at 10 because Force is back.
That's right. You do have Force tomorrow night,
right? That's why we did. If you guys missed it, you can go back and watch the replay for we did Reasonable Doubt last night because we have Force coming in. And yeah, and then have your notifications on because clearly me and Really B is going live for Ready to Love at some point this evening. So y'all stay tuned. And that's all we got. And I may check out. I am going to tune in to the first few episodes of All's Fair. I know a couple people have been to check it out, but the reviews are so terrible, y'all, that it like really makes me not excited to watch it.
So I watched episode 1 and I'm struggling to finish episode 2. So I'll tell you what it is. All's Fair is a really good show. I will say that it is a good show. The problem is the lead actress. She can't act. And that's what
Kim?
Yeah.
Which is the reason why I didn't want to do it. That's the reason why I didn't want to do it. It's because of Kim.
It's the biggest problem with the show is that Kim Kardashian just cannot act. I don't know if she didn't get an acting coach or what, but Niecy does a great job. Glenn Close, great job. Everybody else is doing good. Tiana, good. Like it's just Kim. Kim is just not that girl. She's not an actress. And so you would think that with her being with this star-studded cast, that she could feed off of them a little bit, but she can't. And it shows. But I do like the show. I do like All Sphere. It's a good show. I was going to review it, but when I couldn't get through episode 2, I was like, yeah, no, I think we'll have to pass on this one.
I'm glad I didn't commit to it because, like I told y'all, I couldn't do it. I was like,
did you watch it yet, Really B?
Absolutely not.
Oh no, I just watched the people like the small little TikTok recaps, and they were like, y'all, this is not it. And I was like, no, because I love Reasonable Doubt so much. And then when I saw I think it was the writer or the director come out, and he said, I understand that it's a crime drama, but don't think of it like that. And I said, well, what the you mean? If it's a crime drama, we're looking for, you know what I mean? And I was like, oh, this is about to be nuts.
Yeah, the women are doing good. It's just Kim Kardashian. If you can get,
but I heard that even the script wasn't a great script. But
it's not the best. It ain't the best script. I can no. Nah, it ain't the best script. But then, even with the worst script, I think some of if you have great actors and actresses, they can make it somewhat better. But just because, like I said, I don't know why Ryan Murphy decided to make Kim his lead. But I think I heard that Kris Jenner's production company is also behind this as well. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Well, there you go.
Now, I will say the little commercial that they did for Courtney's little gummies, I don't know if y'all seen that, and they were in the courtroom, and Kim was supposed to be the lawyer, and she was like, well, you said she needed to get a job, and and they had court. It was really cute. I do like how they did that, and that's what made me like, oh, maybe this show is gonna be good. But I never watched Glee, Xavier, so I'll be honest, I don't know.
I only watched one episode of Glee, and that was the Whitney Houston tribute episode. I didn't, and that's only because it was Whitney Houston. Yeah, I don't know nothing about Glee. All right, well, as far as me, I guess I'm doing Ready to Love at some point tonight. I was going to try to get y'all the Braxtons, but y'all will get the Braxtons sometime before the weekend is over. You guys are going to get ready to love. Shut up. You're going to get ready to love.
Toxic. You ain't missing nothing. Toxicity. We about to move over to another realm of toxicity and food.
Right. Another level of toxicity. We're going to do the Ready to Love situation at some point tonight. It's already 5:00.
Give me a second because I gotta go grab pictures because we're not gonna remember who these people are.
And I'm not gonna grab nothing. So yeah. That'll give me time to go get something to eat. And because I'm not cooking.
It's a good looking cast for Ready to Love. I'll say that. And the first episode, I didn't dislike it. I just wish that some of the women are good. It's the women. The men.
Somebody in the chat said that it's already better than last season. I'm like, damn, one episode is already better than the whole season last year.
I was thinking that. I was like, Detroit is so much better than.
I was going to say last year was really bad. Like we was ready to give up episode 1 or 2.
Where the hell were we at last season? What were we at last season? Wherever the hell we was at last season.
Philly.
That's okay, Philly. That's how bad it was.
And you notice, and I think they knew it was so bad because they usually do 2 in the same city or close. And I feel like that was the one season they said, nah, we ain't going back to another part of Philly.
I'm glad they didn't.
PA.
Yeah, because they usually pick enough people to do 2 seasons and they just film it back to back.
That was horrible.
Yeah, Philly was bad. All right. But as far as me, y'all know y'all gonna get Potomac tomorrow night. Whether you like it or not, panel is on Monday. At some point before the weekend is over, I'm gonna have to throw in the Braxtons and something else, child. Force. I haven't even watched that episode yet.
I haven't either.
Yeah, so Force, don't even look. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Don't even look for Force. Unless I watch the episode and it just blows me out the water. Actually, I take that back. I can do an upload of Force. I usually do my Force. So I take that back. Once I watch it, I'll do the review. I just don't know when I'm going to watch it. And Reasonable Doubt, I did watch the last episode, so I have to do my review for it. And when we get off of here, we're going to talk real quick about The three of us were talking about doing like a live to do the recap of the whole season after episode 10. So we'll talk about when we can maybe do that for you guys.
Because I still think that Kirsten is it, but they said it can't be. It can't be if they showed her in episode 9. If you know, this is what my people on my panel was telling me. If you know reasonable doubt, if they showed us in episode 9, there's no way that Kirsten is it in the finale. And I said, okay. But I said my money's still on that crazy.
If it's not
her, she out here unalive and
I'm about to say, if it's not her, it's her mama.
Well, that's
because we know her mama don't have no problem killing nobody.
And doing the deep fake picture with the
listen, when we saw how deep the mama went when it came, I said, oh, she did it. I mean, at this point, I don't know who did it, because I usually am pretty good with reasonable doubt and figuring it out.
Too.
But this one, I ain't gonna lie, they got me this season.
I know it's not Ozzy. I can tell.
No, we know because he's not intelligent enough to do it.
And I felt so.
When Ozzy said that was the smartest thing Jax did. When Jax made him look so incompetent, because honestly, when that baby said he didn't even know where his cabin was.
That's right.
No, it was when she asked him, "Where do you buy rope at the rope store?"
The rope store.
I was like, "Oh, this
said, oh, you got," and you knew it was bad when the prosecution backed off.
Exactly.
So bad.
When he said, and when he said, right, he was like, "And why didn't you tell him how to get to the house?" And I was like, "Because I don't know how to get there." Baby, the prosecution had to be like,
he was like, "Let me back up away from this."
You know what? No more questions.
Right.
He knew he was fucked in that moment. Because I was like, "Damn, you don't know how to get there." But that kind of reminds me of this week's episode of Abbott Elementary, when they didn't have their phones. Janine's character don't know how to get to the bank. She got cussed out.
That's bad. But that's how these kids are, child. All right, y'all, let's get out of here. So Tree's gonna pull some pictures. I'm gonna go find me something to eat.
Ready to love tonight. You're welcome, y'all. Her and Nels was trying to get out of it, and if I can pull Nels, even though she said she ain't coming, I'm gonna make her come. But she said she did have plans, and she get ready for her baby shower. So we giving her grace.
Ain't giving her no damn grace.
Right. She just trying to skip out on it because she don't want to do it.
I gotta watch the damn episode. I guess I watched the episode. I guess I watched the episode on my phone because I ain't even watched the damn episode yet.
It was a good episode, I'll say that.
Okay, well, I hope them pictures. I know the video is better than the pictures, so I'm hoping that they come across looking better on screen than they did in the pictures. But they normally do. They usually do.
Because they take them pictures at the end of the day. They have been on film for hours before they take those cast pictures. They wait till they finish filming them people. So that's why people's hairs be looking, women's hair be looking all flat and
not flat.
Yeah, flat, frizzy, and all that shit. Because they be on film for hours, and then once they end filming, that's when they take their photos.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. We done turned that thing into 2 hours. Lord have mercy. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao. Let me find something to eat, honey.